So I'm interested about this non-verbal aspect of your research, which seems to be, when I was doing the research on you and your business, is something very important that you've built into your research. First question is, how have you built that into your research and how do you successfully do it? And the second question is a little bit more lighthearted. Can you switch it off? Can you switch off your analysis side of doing the non-verbal research?
Yeah, it's rare. I'm just built that way. And other people who are trained like me say the same thing. Once they see it, it's like speaking another language, really.
Mm.
It's a language that anybody can speak. Integrating into the business is a great question. And there's several examples I can give you. One is we not only integrated body language into the research, but the use of artificial intelligence
Right.
also in the research. Now, I'm trained to spot the slightest facial emotions, are called facial microexpressions. They're involuntary emotional leakage on the face that you can't control. Okay. I'm trained to spot that. So when I'm talking to somebody and I see them do that, my antenna goes up. Now, the AI algorithm that we have is trained to do the same thing that I am. It's trained to see the emotion. So we did a study amongst very technical design engineers. You know what a design engineer is?
Do you mean like for designing a new product or service?
Yeah,
Is that what you mean?
exactly.
Yeah,
These are very highly technical people
yeah.
that take a semiconductor, put it on a board in a product
Mm,
that their company makes that
yeah.
eventually gets shipped. So they're buying from companies like Intel and AMD and
Mm,
Nvidia and all these guys, Texas
mm,
Instruments, right? It's long been thought that these guys don't emote, that they're just rational, that they're linear, and they just work on specifications and that's it. You just can't get them to emote. And part of the issue was with one of these manufacturers that hired us, they wanted to understand what the new generation of design engineers felt about, of all things, sustainability.
mm.
Okay. In other words, when a design engineer chooses a part, does he consider the sustainability practices of the manufacturer from whom he buys? We went into this study to test this, and we asked design engineer after design engineer after, we must talk to 30 of these guys. And invariably they would say, oh, yeah, sustainability is important. But we would see that it wasn't. We
Yeah,
would see a sign of contempt, which looks like an asymmetrical smile. We would see a
right.
flash of anger. We would see surprise because nobody had ever asked them about sustainability.
Mm,
And we could see the contradictions. And if I had more time, I could actually show you the research findings. We actually mapped this out and graph it. It looks like a
right.
emotional EKG
Mm, mm,
of
mm,
happiness, engagement,
mm.
sadness. And we measured all that, right? What we learned was nobody likes to admit that they're against sustainability,
Yeah.
right? So that was at play. But when we dug deeper and we found out that these guys weren't getting their parts for 6 months or 8 months or 12 months, they didn't really care about sustainability and they didn't really want to
Yeah.
hear about it.
Right.
In fact, they were angry about that.
Mm,
And so to throw sustainability at them just throws. So that's one instance where we were able to convince a
mm.
board of directors that was nervous about sustainability that it's okay. You can talk about it, but it's not your first best punch.
Yeah. That's really interesting. And we'll get into more of that soon. But I want to focus on your book. So it's called Backbone.